Hey guys, this is Archon, and I just wanted to share with you a little experience I just had with a pickup group, I guess if you could call it that. I decided to join a public game when I was having trouble killing Rakanoth, which I guess you would call the second boss in Act 4 on Inferno. And so, since they took out the increased damage for additional members in Inferno, I decided it'd probably be easier to do it in a pickup group, and went ahead and joined one. And it's no surprise that the first few people I grouped with were not that good, and most of them got one shot and weren't of much help. But it wasn't too long before I found some pretty awesome players, Darking and Nell, and we sat there wiping on Rakanoth for like an hour straight, but we kept getting close enough to give us some motivation. So it was a lot of fun, and I think it's the first time I've really had an experience like this. If you rated it all in WoW, it kind of reminded me of that, because in between each wipe we actually had to sit there and talk a little bit about what strat we were going to do. We'd change up our skills and we'd try it again. And despite the fact that we usually only got him down a quarter of his health to half of his health, we just kept going at it because it was a lot of fun. So I hope that I can have more experiences like this, because to be honest, I've gotten a little bored of Diablo. Sometimes it feels like a grind. But this was a lot of fun, being able to collaborate with some other people, try to come up with some strats. And yeah, probably did about 20 attempts before our barbarian friend Nell had to go to sleep. He must live in a different part of the world, because it was, I think, 10 in the morning here in Las Vegas. But he had to leave, and we got a new barbarian who joined right after him, named Deradra, and a female barbarian. You don't see many of those. And Deradra was just awesome. We actually killed Rakanoth. I'm sorry. The first try once we got Deradra in the group. And so, thank you so much, Deradra. You helped us out when we needed you the most. So yeah, I'm still trying to make my way through Act 4, but it hardly seems worth it. I've really just put more time into Act 3 because you can get all the best items in Act 3, and from what I've read, the drop rate is still the same. So I don't really understand the advantage of Act 4 other than you can fight bosses back to back. But it just seems to make more sense to grind Act 3. But I'm a little bit closer to getting that Diablo kill. Hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be able to do that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the gameplay footage so you guys can see the fight and how we did it. It really seems like it makes more sense now to play in groups. Before, sometimes it didn't, because it's hard to find good players and it's time consuming to talk about strategies. But now that there's not increased damage for additional players, it's just increased health. So even with mediocre players, it seems like it's usually going to be easier in a group. You have more people that can take the hits and just as many hits going out. So this was a really fun fight. I got 3-shot by anything, and I got 2-shot by his big hits. And I'm sure I would have gotten 1-shot by anything if it wasn't for the Force Armor rune. So I had to create a build specifically for this fight. I added Frost Nova in there, which I normally don't use. But the build seemed to work pretty well. I had Mirror Image and Teleport with Illusionist, so I was able to use those a lot and avoid a lot of damage. And Venom Hydra just really messes Rakanoth up because he doesn't move that much. So he's sitting in those pools, and sometimes the ticks were getting probably up around 150% weapon damage, which wasn't a lot for me. I think it was only about 20,000 because I had to sacrifice some DPS to get some more defense in my build. But anyway, it was just a lot of fun. I hope I can find some more pickup groups like this. Thank you, Deradra. I think I'm saying that right. But yeah, we hope to be playing with some of you guys in the future, so hopefully we can have some fun times like this too. Thanks for watching the videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll have another video out soon. Thanks so much for watching.